away from the back of the chair now so that you're able to sit forward on your sits bones, if possible. If you are needing the back of the chair for support today, honor that. So yoga meets us exactly where we are. And then an invitation to roll your shoulders back and down. And then to relax your arms on your lap or beside you, wherever feels comfortable for you. And then an invitation to close your eyes softly, if that feels comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. We'll take a moment to sense your alignment. So hips, knees, and ankles, shoulders over our hips, chin level with the floor. And then an invitation to, without changing anything, bring a gentle awareness to your breath. So maybe taking your hand to your abdomen. And noticing that as we breathe in, things expand. On exhale, things contract. And maybe if you'd like, placing your other hand on your chest above your heart. And so notice, is your breath long? Is it smooth or is it jagged? So breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Or maybe breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Or if it feels better for you, breathing in and out through your mouth. If you are congested, breathe in whatever way you can. And then an invitation now to drop your chin towards your chest and to gradually blink your eyes open. Relax your arms by your side and then shake your hands vigorously. Some wiggly fidgets. Woohoo! It's yoga time. And so let's begin with a warm up for our neck and shoulders. And then we'll transition into some stretching and strengthening. So let's begin with simple neck rolls. And see if you can resist the temptation to move your head to its full range of motion. And then reverse the direction. Bring your head back to neutral, and then move your head up and down gently. Bring your head back to neutral. And as ready, turn your gaze looking past your shoulder. Pause, and then visualize moving your chin up and down slightly. Imagination is perfect. Move your head back through center, turning your gaze, looking past your opposite shoulder. Pause. Visualize moving your chin up and down slightly. As ready, bring your head back to neutral. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. If you'd like and it's available to you, release your opposite arm by your side and then pushing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Head comes back to neutral, palm face up at the heart. So we'll repeat this gentle movement 2 more times on the same side. Drop your ear towards your shoulder, release your opposite arm by your side, pushing through the palm of your hand. Reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Head comes back to neutral, palm face up at the heart. And so this is called nerve lesson, a nerves-like movement. Drop your ear towards your shoulder, release your opposite arm by your side, pushing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down, head comes back to neutral. Release both arms down by your side, rest your hands on your thighs, your knees, and we'll begin the gentle movement on the other side. Drop your ear towards your shoulder, release your opposite arm by your side, reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Head comes back to neutral, palm face up at the heart. So 2 more times, drop your ear towards your shoulder, release your opposite arm by your side. So flex, pushing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Head comes back to neutral, palm face up at the heart. Relax both arms down by your side, rest your hands. Actually, we'll just leave our arms relaxed by our side. We'll put into shoulder rolls. So soft, organic movements, nothing rigid. And then reverse the direction. And then maybe exploring moving from side to side. So as one shoulder moves forward, the other moves back. And reverse the direction. And then when you're ready, with your arms by your side, turn your palms face forward, bend your elbows, palms face away, float your arms down. So repeat this movement a few more times. Turn your palms face forward, bend your elbows, palms face away. Turn your palms face forward, bend your elbows, palms face away, and release. And so it's ready. Bring your hands in front of you. Make soft fists, and then flex and extend your wrists. So our belly is soft, breath is quiet. And then turn your soft fist up and deviate your wrists from side to side. As ready, stretch your palms and then bring your fingertips so that they're touching your thumbs. So they might touch or not. And so stretch, fingertips, gather your thumb, stretch, and fingertips to your thumb. When you're ready, relax your hands on your thighs and then imagine you're playing piano. So if you want, you can play with maybe moving from your pinky across to your thumb. And then reversing the direction. More challenging. When ready, palms face up, circle your thumbs in one direction. And then circle your thumbs in the opposite direction. So it might be micro movements, visualizing the movements. Maybe you have a yoga buddy that can help with some of the movements. Guiding, always, of course, not doing the work for you. And then when you're ready, interlace your fingers loosely, or maybe taking hold of your elbows. So today I'm going to interlace my fingers, and then imagine you're drawing the infinity symbol. So when we move with our breath, magical things happen. And then reverse the direction, a little more challenging, perhaps. And then when you're ready, Release your hands, reach up to the sky, extend beyond your wrist, beyond your fingertips. Hold your fingers in, pressing into the palms of your hands, or maybe placing your hands on the back of your head. So today I'm gonna just press my fingers into the palms of my hands. And together we can shout out, I am, I can, and I will. And with a sigh of relief, float your arms down. We'll shake out again. So a little more vigorous. A little bum dance in there. Okay. And so let's repose. Ground through your feet. Center and ground through the soles of your feet. We want to keep our connection with Mother Nature. We tend to start losing that. Root down through your sits bones. Maybe notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Soften through your abdomen. And lengthen up through your spine. Roll your shoulders back and down just a few times. Lift up through the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, an invitation to bring your hands together. Rub your hands vigorously. So warm up your hands, energize your hands. And then place your hands just a few inches apart and maybe noticing if you feel a bit of warmth between your hands. And then we'll rub our hands again. And so the hands, our hands are connected not only to our heart, but to our mind as well. So I'd like to invite you to notice where your body is talking to you. You might be holding stress or tension. And take some of that lovely heart energy from your hands and place your hands there. And then let's rub our palms together again. As you're doing that, think of a new place. And take some of that loving energy to wherever you feel like you're holding tension, stress, so being open to that healing energy. And all right. And so I'd like to come into a practice today called sounding. So I'm really intrigued by and appreciate that sound has a vibration and that we can use sound to minimize pain. And so today I'd like to sound the three vowels, A, O, and M. And if you'd like, we can add arm movements to the sounding. And I'd like to invite you to notice if you feel a sensation in your body or vibration in your body, maybe in the space around you as we practice this. And so of course, you're more than welcome to listen if you'd rather. And so sitting comfortably, effortlessly upright. On inhale, reach your arm up to the sky. So reaching up as high as feels comfortable for you. And we'll make the sound A. A. Opposite arm, reaching up to the sky. Oh. Both arms up to the sky. M, M. And so let's practice one more round. As you're ready, if you like. Inhale, reach your arm up to the sky. On exhale, other side, reaching up, up, up. Both arms reaching up to the sky. Letter M. And take a moment, notice if you felt a subtle shift in your energy. And so from here, I'd like to introduce a simple breathing exercise that I'm not sure that I've taught online before. And I've been practicing it myself the last few days. And so a gentle reminder that we can use our breath to calm our nervous system or to energize. So for at the beginning of the practice, we want to start our practice from a place that we're relaxed, and then we'll move into the more energetic pieces. So the stretching, strengthening, and so on. And then come down off the mountain into the lovely guided meditation and the dessert part, you'll find relaxation. So for now, the breathing technique that I'd like to share with you is called alternate nostril breathing. And so, sitting comfortably, shoulders back and down, and chin tucked in a little bit. And so an invitation to explore this breathing exercise with me. So bring your thumb up to your right nostril. Block your right nostril gently and inhale through your left nostril. Release your arm down and then exhale. So alternate nostril breathing. This time we'll reach our right arm up, block your left nostril, inhale through your right. Float your arm down, exhale. So we'll keep this going from side to side for a few breaths. And if for whatever reason you're not comfortable with this breathing exercise, come back to your natural breathing. So let's reach up, block off your right nostril, inhale through your left. Release your right arm down, exhale. Block your left nostril, inhale through your right. Float your arm down. And so now as we move from side to side, I'd like to invite you to visualize as you inhale that you're inhaling to the opposite side of your brain. And so inhale. Release your arm down, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, float your arm down. Inhale. Release your arm down before you exhale. And one last time. Inhale. And release. And so this simple breathing exercise engages the relaxation response, which allows us to let go of tension and stress. So notice how you feel. And so from here, let's come into a movement to help find our balance. And so if you know balance is a challenge for you, I'd like to invite you to make sure you have whatever device you need that keeps you stable in your chair. And so maybe drawing your hands in towards your hip creases. So it could be open palm or soft fist. Sit up tall. And then hinging from the hips, pardon me, come forward a little. So it's not about seeing how far we can go. We can just come to that just right amount of effort and ease. And then rock back up. And so an invitation to keep this gentle movement flowing in your own time and rhythm for a few more breaths or as long as feels comfortable. And noticing sometimes we come into a forward fold, our chin wants to jut out, so tucking our chin in slightly. And so there's something about the rocking movement that our nervous system likes. And slowly, as ready, come back to a neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side. And, pardon me, take a moment to let your breath out. And then when you're ready, relax your arms by your side and we'll warm up our upper back. So taking hold of the side of the chair if you find that helpful as you move from side to side. And sometimes it can be interesting to close our eyes as we practice these gentle movements. Slowly make your way back to a neutral spine. Rest your hands on your thighs, your knees. Take a moment and we'll come into a gentle twist. So as ready, begin to slide your hands towards your knees. And so we're not coming into a full twist here. This is a gentle movement. And you notice that your head naturally moves into the same direction that you're twisting. And as ready, come back to neutral spine. And an invitation to draw your hands in towards your hip creases. As you do, begin to turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. So maybe your eyes meet where the ceiling meets the wall. And so careful not to throw your head back. You'll know your head's back too far if it's difficult to swallow. And we'll stay here for a few breaths or as long as it feels comfortable. As ready, come back to a neutral spine. And now an invitation to come into like a half cat and cow. So we're just going to do the cat piece. As ready, draw up your chin towards your chest, let your shoulders round towards your front body, round your whole spine. And so you might notice your hands naturally slide towards your knees. On inhale, come back to neutral spine. Drop your chin towards your chest, let your shoulders round towards your front body. So this is one instance where rounding your shoulders towards your front body is a good thing. Round your spine. On inhale, come back to neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs. Palm up or down as desired. And take a moment to notice how's your breath. So moving our attention inward, noticing subtle sensations. And trust that the sensations are there. And so let's come into a movement I like to call stirring the pot. And so if possible, bring your feet a little wider than outer hip bone distance. Make sure that your knees are tracking over your ankles. It's okay to have your toes turned out a little. And you might want to tuck your hands in towards your hip creases. And then begin moving from your hips, coming into circular movements. So move in your own time and rhythm. And as you begin to feel your lower back and your hips soften and release, see if you can go a little bit deeper. So moving your shoulders towards your knees. Of course, you're not going to come all the way down. And then as ready, reverse the direction. So bring a gentle awareness to the space in front of you. Bring your awareness to the space beside you and notice how that feels. Bring your awareness to the space above you, and especially to the space behind you. And trust, an invitation to trust that you're being supported. And slowly come on back to a neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side and rest your hands on your lap. And let your belly soften. Your breath is quiet. And so from here, let's come into some of the movements of the spine. So we'll repose. Make sure your feet are placed evenly on the floor, on your footrest. Sits bones are sharp on the chair. Our spine is long, shoulders back and down. And lift up through the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, take hold of the underside of your chair. Or if you're in a wheelchair, if you're a wheelchair user, you might want to take hold of the wheel. So whatever works for you. This is your yoga practice. Then release your opposite arm by your side. Turn your palm face up with a soft bend in your elbows. I'm going to share 3 variations. So you can bring your arm up into gold pose. Maybe it feels good to rest your fingers on your shoulder. Or it might feel good today to reach up and over. And so today I'm going to keep my arm in a gold pose. And then, so whatever your pose is today, coming into the side bend, an invitation to turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. And then breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Slowly come out of the pose. Float your arm down. Take a moment, and we'll come into it on the other side. So whatever we practice on one side, we practice on the other if possible. And maybe notice if there's a subtle difference between one side and the other now. So take hold of the underside of the chair, wherever works for you best. Release your opposite arm by your side. Turn your palm face up. Take your arm up into gold pose position. Maybe your fingertips rest on your shoulder. Maybe it feels okay to reach up and over. And so whatever your pose is, coming into the side bend, turn your gaze down towards the floor. Keep your sit bone on the chair. And slowly come out of the pose on this side. So let's come into the pose one more time. And this time I'd like you to notice if maybe things have shifted a little bit. If you feel a little more less tight. How about that? Okay, so take hold of the underside of the chair, release your opposite arm by your side, palm face up, arm comes up into gold pose, maybe your fingers are resting on your shoulder, maybe reaching up and over. And we're coming into the side bend with our gaze down towards the earth. And slowly come out of the pose on the side. So let's come into it on the other side. Arm by your side, palm face up, arm in gold pose. So whatever position works for you today. Going into our side bend, turn your gaze down towards the floor. Breathe into your ribcage. Avoid collapsing forward. And slowly come out of the pose. And let's do a little shake out. All right, so let's come into a seated twist. And so for this version of the seated twist today, I think I'd like to invite you to, if possible, bring your feet wider than outer hip bone distance. Knees tracking over ankles. It's okay to have your toes turned out a little. And so you'll know your legs are out too far if your knees are wanting to rotate inwards. So just bring your feet a little closer together. And then sitting up nice and tall and inhale, I'd like you to imagine that you're creating space, lengthening between each vertebrae. And then on exhale, twisting to the side. So place your hand on the outside of your knee or thigh. The other hand comes beside you or behind you. And so this might be your pose today. So if you have osteopenia, osteoarthritis, if you know it's contraindicated to go into a deeper version of the pose, honor that. Otherwise, if you'd like, you could inhale, visualize going into the pose a little deeper, actually. So if you can, if you'd like, go a little deeper. Our head turns last. Soft Buddha belly, quiet breath. Slowly unwind. Come back center, take a moment. Sitting up nice and tall, imagine that creating space between each one of your vertebrae. And then twisting to the side, bring your hand to the back of the chair, outside your knee. If your knee has a tendency to fold inward, you might want to place it on your inner thigh, your knee. So inhale, lengthen, exhale. So one vertebrae at a time, starting at the base of your spine, going into a twist. Our head turns last. Slowly unwind, come back to a neutral spot. And so let's come into this one more time on each side. And sit up tall. Reach across to the outside of your knee or thigh. Your other hand comes beside you or behind you on the chair. So you can see we're already into the twist at this point. Let's see if we can go a little deeper, if it's not contraindicated. And so inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Our head turns last. And see if you can resist that temptation to move your head to its full range of motion. Soft Buddha belly, quiet breath. Slowly unwind. Take a moment. Often I think of a dish rag. And so come into the pose on the other side. So reach across. Outside your knee or thigh. Other hand comes beside you on the chair behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale. Beginning from the base of your spine, moving up, head turns last. And slowly unwind. Okay, so let's rock and roll. When you're ready, reach your arms up to the sky and then inhale and then twist on your exhale. Inhale, reach up to the sky and twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. And slowly come on back to neutral spine. And so the side bends, twists are pretty intense spinal movements, so we need to realign our spine. And so for this, we can come into a seated forward fold. And so taking hold of the underside of your chair. Sitting up tall, leading with the heart, not the head. Hinging from the hips, come forward a little. And then let your head hang slightly, so you might nod yes and no to release your neck. And then breathe into your lower back. Or can you imagine that your lungs are in your lower back? And slowly come out of the pose. So pressing down through your inner heels. So it might be an energetic pressing down. Place one hand on each of your thigh and walk yourself back. Ooh. Maybe let's do a little love taps. And so I'd like to share a breathing practice with you called Breath of Joy. And so this breathing practice is energizing. And so essentially the way it goes is we sniff, inhale through our nose 3 times. And then on the exhale, we exhale through the mouth if possible. And let's explore adding arm movements to it. So inhale, 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 and drop. So we'll do 2 more rounds. Breath of joy, inhale, 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 and drop. One more time, inhale, 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 and drop. And we'll shake out again. Okay. So let's come into a sun salutation, seated and modified for the chair, with the chair. And so, of course, make sure your feet are planted evenly on the floor or your footrest. Sits bones are sharp on the chair. Spine is long, shoulders back and down. Lift up through the crown of your head. Release your arms by your side. Take your hands to your heart center, so it might be open palm, maybe palms together. And then reach your arms up into mountain pose. Take a look between your palms. If it doesn't create tension in your neck, then return your gaze on the horizon. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. So bowing our head towards our heart gives us a little nerve flossing for our neck. Release your arms by your side. Turn your palms face up. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach your arms up into mountain. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Release your arms by your side. Turn your palms face forward. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up into mountain pose. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Hinging from the hips, come forward a little. Take hold of the underside of your chair, so forward fold. And then as you're ready, coming into downward facing dog. And so pressing down through your inner heels, reach your arms up to the sky. Place your hands on your hands or your knees. Come down a little. So come into baby cobra. Lift your heart, gazing forward. And then cat and cow, round your back. As you round your back, draw your navel in towards your spine. Inhale, arch your back. Slide your shoulders away from your ears. One more time. Round your back. As you round your back, slide your hands towards your knees. Chin in. Arch your back. And come back to neutral spine. Release your arms by your side. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up into mountain pose. Maybe your hands come together in prayer down through the heart. And as you're ready, turn your torso towards your knee. And then grounding through your foot, float your hands down over that knee. Release your arms by your side. Palms face up. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up into mountain pose. Maybe your hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Turn your torso towards your opposite knee, rooting down through that foot. Float your hands down over your knee. Release your arms by your side. Palms face up. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up into mountain pose. Hands come together in prayer down through the heart. If you'd like, and it's available to you, downward facing dog, reach your arms up to the sky. Place your hands on your thighs, your knees, come down, and then up into cobra. Lift your heart, gazing forward. Cat and cow, round your back. As you round your back, draw your navel in towards your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. So moving your hands towards your knees. And slowly come back to neutral spine. Release your arms by your side, turn your palms face up. Take your hands to your heart center, reaching up to the sky, some mountain pose. Maybe your hands come together in prayer down through. And so rest one hand on your Buddha belly, the other on your heart center. And take a moment to maybe feel the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And so we'll come down off the mountain, come seated comfortably back in your chair. In preparation for a short guided meditation and your final relaxation. And so make sure you have what you need to set yourself up comfortably. And so if you happen to have a yoga mat placed on the back of the chair, and then a longer spine can be a really lovely support. If we're going to start cooling down now, so a blanket on our thighs, a little bit of weight on our thighs can encourage a grounding sensation. And so it could be a little pillow, maybe a blanket. And so of course, this doesn't work for everyone. So whatever it is that makes you feel the most comfortable. And feel free to turn your lighting down a bit if you want. And so not long ago, I did a study with Yoga International, and it was a teacher training for Buddhist meditation. And so one of the things that stuck with me that I love was the mudra piece. So hand gestures in yoga were created to help us focus our mind. And so this mudra, hand gesture, is called the hand gesture of calm abiding. I just love that. So if you'd like to explore it, you place your hands face down on your lap. And if that placement of your hands feels comfortable, wonderful. If not, choose another hand position. Then draw your hands in towards your hip creases. And then an invitation to look down and into your heart. See what you can see. And then I'd like to invite you to imagine that you're breathing into your heart. And so your eyes can be open or closed to yourself. You explore looking at the floor 3 or 4 feet in front of you. And so the meditation is by Thich Nhat Hanh, Zen Buddhist monk, beloved, who some of you may know recently passed away. And so it goes like this. Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. And so we will sit and breathe together for a few breaths with a gentle reminder. If it's challenging to focus on your breath, you explore bringing gentle awareness to the sounds around you. The sound is always in the present moment. Breathing. Come into whatever comfortable seated position you'd like for your final relaxation. And if you have the ability to recline in your chair, go for it, making sure your head and neck is supported. And so let's roll our shoulders back and down just a few times. So we're not scrunching our shoulder blades together. We're allowing our shoulders to soften away from our ears. Rest your hands, palms face up or down as desired. Close your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. Soft Buddha belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Soft palms, quiet breath. Allow your breath to reflect the pulse. Serenity pulse. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, saying let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. If it is challenging to quiet the mind, placing our hands on our abdomen and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. And so wherever you are in your breath cycle, or pardon me, without changing anything, bring a gentle awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. Our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, hands and feet waking up. And then come on up seated comfortably, finish up your yoga practice. And so, oh, peace, peace, peace. Thank you. And notice how you feel before and after your yoga practice. Questions or feedback, always love to hear from you. And so I'm going to move in a little closer to my iPad so that I can get a closer look at your beautiful faces. And we'll spend a couple minutes sharing. There we are. And so, Costa, I'm not sure, do you take folks off the audio or do they do that themselves?
No, they have to do it themselves.
They have to do it themselves. Oh, yeah. Hey, Angie.
Hi, how you doing?
Very well.
That was awesome.
Pardon?
That was awesome.
Oh, well, you're awesome. Thank you for the feedback. Means I did my job.
Yeah.
Good. I appreciate
I missed you.
Well, I appreciate how disciplined you are. You show up frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always, every now and then, I'll remind students, participants to think of your poses and your movements like old friends. Mm-hmm. Or if you'd like, as yoga is your gift to you. And so one of my teachers would say, yoga is a gift that keeps on giving.
Thank you, Bobbie.
Yeah.
Hey. Wonderful session.
Awesome. Are they your paintings behind you there?
Yes.
Oh, how lovely. I like your colors.
Well, they're the colors, yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So okay, anyway, I'll just yeah, lovely to see you.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, you bet.
Bye.
Bye now.
So Bobbie, I had difficulty connecting today. They asked for my password, which I couldn't remember. So then I joined with Google, but there was no sidebar with people. So then all of a sudden they asked me if I wanted to be what is it called?
Panelist?
A panelist, and I answered yes. So then suddenly I was connected.
Oh, wow, interesting.
no.
Maybe Kassar can speak.
Usually it
to-
just connects automatically when I click the join the group.
Right, yeah. So you're getting an email the day before with a reminder.
Yeah,
and
yeah, and I just clicked that and that works.
it didn't work
It didn't
today.
work today, no. They
Oh,
asked for my
gee.
they asked me to sign in with my email and password, but I couldn't remember the password. And by the time I looked it up, the class had started. So then I suddenly was asked to join as a panelist, so it was okay.
Hmm.
Nice.
Because I
Well,
felt really, yeah.
I appreciate your perseverance.
Yeah. Well, it felt really weird not seeing the other people, just seeing you, yeah.
Oh, okay. You couldn't see anyone else?
No.
Not at all, even once you were on as a panelist.
Yeah, no, when I was on as a panelist, I could, but before that, I couldn't. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I'm fine now. So
Yeah.
thank you, Bobbie. That was a great class.
Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Okay.
So have a lovely day. I'll see you again soon. Big
Mhm.
hug.
Okay, Bobbie.
Thank you, Kassar.
Yeah.
Are you growing a beard?
Next week. Time goes
Are you
fast.
growing a
It's almost
Or
end
do
of
you always
February.
have a beard? What's
Hmm?
that?
No, time goes fast. It's almost end of February.
I know. I know. Well, I felt like this hour went fast.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah, I know. It's strange. I don't know. I guess we're moving into that change of season.
Hmm.
Anyway, have an awesome week
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
I'll see you next Wednesday. So,
Bye.
just a side note, I noticed Connector posted that they're going to be able to do their live event this year. Is it,
I don't know actually.
have you heard?
They are doing so many events, so
Okay. I was just thrilled to see that they're going to actually do something meeting in person with an event. So, anyway.
yeah, I also saw it on Facebook today only. So I don't know much about it.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for the work you do,
Thank
Custer.
you.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah, bye.